Did you know that there's a country where many houses don't have windows? That's right, but it's not North Korea. It's England. You often see bricked-up windows in British buildings. Do you happen to know why? The secret lies in an absurd tax that appeared in England in 1696. It was a window tax that levied taxes based on the number of windows in a house. The more windows, the more you had to pay. So naturally, people started blocking up their windows to avoid paying the tax. Perfectly good windows were bricked up, boarded up. The insides of houses grew darker and darker. Banging, hammering sound. And it wasn't just the wealthy who did this. No. The poor also got in on the action, although they probably didn't have as much choice in the matter. They had to pay the tax somehow, whether they had a few shillings to spare or not. As the taxman came knocking, they all did their best to keep their heads down and comply with the law. And what a law it was, 150 years of misery. Can you imagine? Finally, it was abolished in 1851. But by then, the damage was done. The shadow of the window tax had fallen over England for a long time. As sunlight and ventilation became scarce, people's health began to deteriorate. It was especially painful for the poor. Small children were especially vulnerable. They couldn't work properly because they couldn't see properly. It was a vicious cycle. The tax was making them sick, and the sicker they got, the less they could work and earn money to pay the tax. It was a bitter pill to swallow. The rich, on the other hand, just bricked up their windows and carried on as usual. Life went on as normal for them, you might say. But for the poor, it was a different story altogether. They couldn't just ignore the taxman. They had to do something about it. Some of them even took matters into their own hands. They started breaking the windows of the rich, the very same windows that had become a symbol of oppression and inequality. It was a desperate act, really, a cry for help. But how can we ever learn from history if we don't study it? And that's why we should remember the window tax, so that we never repeat such a grave mistake again. Okay, thanks for watching. See you next time.